The wind across Kursk's fields once whispered of harvests and resilience, carrying the scent of tilled earth and the quiet hope of generations who called this land home. For centuries, these rolling plains have been a silent witness to the cycles of planting and reaping, to the laughter of children and the stories told by elders around kitchen tables. Now, in autumn 2025, the wind carries a different sound, the low, relentless rumble of foreign military convoys. There's a tension in the air that clings like morning mist, seeping into every corner of daily life. The familiar landscape is transformed, as armored vehicles roll past fields where sunflowers once grew, and the distant echo of engines replaces the songs of birds. This quiet Russian region, once celebrated for its rich black earth and deep-rooted history, is now thrust onto the world stage. Kursk's name, once spoken only in local tales and history books, now echoes in distant capitals and newsrooms, a symbol of uncertainty and change. Imagine Svetlana, a grandmother tending her garden as she has for decades, her hands in the soil, pausing to watch as military trucks replace the familiar tractors. Foreign soldiers, once unimaginable in her quiet village, have become part of her daily view, their presence a constant reminder that the world beyond has come to her doorstep. The rhythms of life have been upended. Streets that once bustled with neighbors and laughter now stand quiet, shops shuttered, and routines interrupted by the uncertainty of what tomorrow may bring. Children pause their games to watch convoys pass, their curiosity mingled with unease. The innocence of play is overshadowed by the spectacle of soldiers and machines, a new reality shaping their memories. In the heart of town, the local baker now serves North Korean soldiers alongside lifelong neighbors. The familiar ritual of buying bread is transformed, as uniforms and foreign languages fill the small shop, blending the ordinary with the extraordinary. Kursk's story is no longer just about geopolitics. It's about ordinary lives disrupted, families watching from their windows, neighbors gathering in hushed groups, a community waiting and watching as history unfolds at their very doorstep. This is Kursk today, deep roots, new realities, and whispers on the wind that the world cannot ignore. The land remembers, and its people endure, holding on to hope as the future unfolds before them. To understand why North Korean soldiers now walk Kursk's soil, we need to delve into the evolving dynamics between Russia and North Korea. This deepening alliance has been forged in the fires of the Ukraine conflict, where both nations found common ground and mutual benefit. As Russia's need for munitions grew, Pyongyang became a crucial supplier. Over half the artillery used in Ukraine now comes from North Korean factories. This logistical support has been vital for Russia's ongoing military operations. This partnership isn't just about weapons, it's about people. The collaboration extends beyond military supplies to human resources. Thousands of North Korean laborers arrived first, contributing to various infrastructure projects and bolstering the local workforce. They were followed by soldiers after a Ukrainian incursion into Kursk, marking a significant escalation in the alliance. By late 2024, at least 10,000 North Korean troops were deployed, not in Ukraine, but on Russian soil, reinforcing the border and providing a strategic buffer. Moscow and Pyongyang insist these troops defend Russian territory, not invade Ukraine, maintaining a diplomatic facade to the international community. For locals, these nuances mean little. The presence of foreign troops is a stark reminder of the ongoing conflict and its far-reaching impacts. The reality, a new army has arrived, forever altering the conflict and daily life in Kursk. The streets once familiar now echo with the footsteps of foreign soldiers. The alliance, once theoretical, is now a living, breathing force on the ground. Joint exercises and collaborative efforts are now a common sight. Kursk is no longer just a Russian story, it's a global one, capturing the attention of the world and reshaping geopolitical narratives. For a North Korean soldier, the journey to Kursk is epic, crossing from a secretive homeland into Russia's vast expanse. They board the Trans-Siberian Railway, traversing endless taiga, the Ural Mountains, and finally, the fertile black earth of Kursk. For many, it's their first glimpse of a world beyond North Korea, sprawling forests, scattered villages, and cities that seem impossibly vast. Kursk's landscape, once peaceful, is now marked by checkpoints and armored vehicles. The presence of North Korean soldiers in Russian uniforms is a jarring reminder of how far the war's reach has grown. The journey is no longer just a passage across a map. It's a crossing into the heart of conflict. The countryside's calm is gone, replaced by the tension of war. Kursk is now the edge of a new front line. Kursk's soil is steeped in history, site of the largest tank battle of World War II, a symbol of resilience and sacrifice. Memorials and rusted tank turrets dot the landscape, and nearly every family carries stories of the Great Patriotic War. Today, the government invokes this legacy, framing the current conflict as another defense of the motherland. The irony is sharp: foreign troops now walk Kursk's fields not as invaders, but as allies. North Korean soldiers stand where Soviet heroes are memorialized, blurring lines between past and present. For locals, history feels alive, old victories echo in new anxieties. Kursk's identity is layered: legendary victory, present vulnerability, and the surreal presence of unexpected allies. The past is never far, it shapes every moment of the present conflict. Life in Kursk has become surreal since the North Korean forces arrived. The city, once defined by its slow pace and familiar faces, now feels like a place caught between two worlds: its past and an uncertain future. Streets once known for quiet routines now see foreign soldiers in shops, markets, and on patrol. The sight of unfamiliar uniforms and foreign languages mixes with the everyday sounds of the town, creating a sense of unease and curiosity among residents. These troops aren't confined to bases. They're rebuilding bridges, clearing mines, and fortifying defenses. Their labor reshaping the land. Their presence is felt everywhere, from the outskirts of town to the very heart of Kursk, as they work side by side with Russian engineers and local workers. For locals like Svetlana, the presence of young, unfamiliar soldiers is jarring, a daily reminder of how close the war has come. She watches them from her window, wondering about their lives back home, and what they think of this old Russian town now at the center of global conflict. There's no open hostility, but a palpable distance remains. Conversations are brief, glances are cautious, and both sides seem to be feeling their way through a new, uneasy coexistence. The influx strains resources but boosts some businesses, shifting Kursk's economy to a wartime footing. Shops stay open later, markets bustle with new customers, and some locals find opportunity in the chaos, while others struggle to adapt. The city is no longer just a provincial town, it's a garrison, its identity transformed by the demands of war. Barricades and checkpoints have become part of the landscape, and the rhythm of daily life is now set by military schedules and curfews. The new uniforms are more than a curiosity. They're a sign of Kursk's new reality. For many, they symbolize both the uncertainty of the times and the resilience of a town adapting to forces far beyond its control. The old rhythms are gone, replaced by the pulse of a multinational war effort. In Kursk, every day now brings reminders that the world has changed, and that the town must change with it. Behind the headlines, the human cost of this alliance is staggering. North Korean soldiers in Kursk aren't on parade, they're on the front lines, with casualties surpassing 6,000 by spring 2025. Each loss is a family in North Korea left in the dark, a life subsumed by the machinery of war. Survivors return home changed, carrying the scars and skills of modern combat, altering the security landscape far beyond Russia. For Kursk's residents, the war is no longer distant. Artillery echoes, ambulances race by, and anxiety permeates daily life. The alliance's price is paid by ordinary people, soldiers, civilians, families, caught in the ambitions of nations. Kursk's fields, once symbols of victory, are again stained by the blood of a new generation. The true cost of war is always human. The world is watching Kursk. Analysts and diplomats from Washington to Seoul track every move. The deployment of North Korean troops marks a dangerous escalation, blurring the boundaries of the conflict. Ukraine and its allies fear these troops could one day cross into Ukraine, while South Korea worries about battle-hardened soldiers returning home. The war in Ukraine has become a training ground, its lessons echoing across continents. The Russia-North Korea alliance signals a new bloc, challenging the Western-led order and fueling instability in East Asia. In exchange for munitions and manpower, North Korea gains technology and support for its own military ambitions. Sanctions tighten, statements are issued, but direct intervention remains limited. Kursk is now a global flashpoint. Its fate intertwined with decisions made far beyond its borders. Amid tension and foreign armies, Kursk's people endure with quiet resilience. Grandmothers still tend gardens, children play, couples marry, life's rhythms persist, defying the chaos of war. Markets buzz with commerce and connection, small acts of normalcy becoming resistance against fear. This resilience isn't denial, it's a conscious choice to focus on family, work, and community. The legacy of survival from past wars inspires hope that they too will endure. Even as danger looms, the people of Kursk hold on to their humanity. Their spirit is a lesson for us all. Endurance in the face of uncertainty is as powerful as any army. Kursk's story is one of ordinary people, quietly refusing to be defined by war. As of October 2025, Kursk's future, and that of the wider conflict, remains uncertain. The region's fate is shaped by distant decisions, but hope persists in the resilience of its people. The courage to live, love, and hope amid war is a powerful act of defiance. By bearing witness to these stories, we honor the human cost and nurture empathy. The world is interconnected. What happens in Kursk ripples far beyond its fields. Let us stay informed, engaged, and hopeful, seeking peace even as we confront the realities of war. In the whispers of Kursk's wind, may we one day hear only the promise of peace.